Hello guys and welcome to Royal Vibes. British new monarch King Charles III ignites outrage after firing 100 official servants as first official act. So before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, turn on the post bell notification so you always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. British newly crowned King Charles III wasted no time getting fired up. Approximately 100 employees of the King Charles, now former official residence, Clarence House, were notified during a church service for the late Queen that they will likely be demoted or lose their jobs entirely. As initially reported on Monday by The Guardian, many of those employees have worked for decades and are presently working around the clock during the present period of mourning and the King's ascension to the throne. Although some roles were expected to be diminished or terminated entirely, the number of employees soon to be let go as well as the poor timing of the notifications have caused an understandable outrage of reactions. The General Secretary of the Public and Commercial Services Union, Mark Sewotka, said, "The scale and speed at which this has been announced is callous and extreme." A source that spoke to The Guardian said, "Everyone is absolutely livid, including private secretaries and the senior team." Sewotka also pointed out that they do not yet know how much staffing is going to be required for the incoming Prince of Wales and his family. Thus, the idea of notifying anyone of potentially losing their jobs when a vast majority can be retained for employment elsewhere within the royal family is not exactly ideal. Going by David Osland on Twitter, he said, "King Charles's first act was to sack 100 servants. His second was to give his brother a job. Ridiculous." So there was apparently no indication, guys, whatsoever that any such change would be forthcoming, right? Until the King's top aide, Sir Clive Alderton, delivered the disheartening letter which read in part, "The former Prince of Wales's personal interests, former activities, and household operations will no longer be carried out. It is therefore expected that the need for the post principally based on Clarence House, whose work supports these areas, will no longer be needed." So a civil service trade union called the move nothing short of heartless, adding that this is especially concerning considering it was done during a period of mourning. Social media wasn't exactly silent either. Even a parody account had to chime in, though that account at BBC Laura Katie has recently been less parody and more social commentary due to such recent events. Going by the Laura Kosenberg translator on Twitter, they said, "Breaking, turns out that King Charles gave his staff redundancy notices during a church service for the Queen. You might not be allowed to make political statements at the moment, but the rich are still allowed to make you unemployed. X." Some of the replies were also, well, heartless towards the crown, as you can expect. Then one other Twitter user said, "I thought this was an unfunny attempt at a joke. I should have realized fact is stranger than fiction now." Even so, there were some defending that move, One user by name Thomas86 said, "Oh, to put it another way, Prince Charles retains his old staff and now has the Queen's staff as well. Surely he doesn't need both, and you are paying for it, plus redundancy and all that entails, not sacking," he said. Mark Sewotka also said, "This is a significant majority of the household and many of these staff will be the same people who have so diligently supported a new king in this period of mourning." Speaking for the union, he called for an immediate halt in the redundancy process. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.